Now that we have our core data model, being the messages, ready, it's time to start adding logic or code to manipulate such data model. There's an important part which I missed. We actually need to create a directory called messages, and place all of our messages related code inside of it. Okay, because keep in mind, we might have different modules with regards to applications. So we have messages, we have users. We can have again lots of modules, so it's good to keep them separated. So just remember to create a directory called messages and place messages inside of it. Now, let's create the file called methods. Okay, next to our messages file. Okay, and basically, methods are are nothing but simple functions that can be invoked from the client side. And if you understand functions in simple JavaScript terms, then you can definitely figure out methods. They are nothing but a fancy functions. And in the same vein that you would call a REST API to trigger something on the server side, this very exact mechanism happens in Meteor, but it uses methods. So from the client side, you invoke or trigger these methods to force a certain behavior to happen on the server side. So again, I'm going to write our very first method, then we're going to go over it. Okay. Okay. So first off, we begin by importing the messages collection. Okay. Um, then we go off about creating our method, and of course, we also import the check package which we added in our previous video. So again, methods are nothing but a simple functions. Okay. So for our method, it's going to be an async method because the insert operation it happens asynchronously. We can have sync method if you want. Then we give a name to our method. The convention in Meteor, which I found that works best in Meteor projects, is to come is to first add the module name. So in our case, messages, followed by a dot. Then you give a verb or an action. So it can be insert, remove, update. Okay, it can be anything. Then you accept whatever input you want to receive from the front end. So in our case, we want to receive the message that the user would like to add. And then we use the check package to ensure it's a string, nothing malicious. Okay. And we infer the current user from Meteor itself. Okay. Again, this is important for security. You wouldn't want any user to tell you that he's, that he's a certain user. Okay. It's very important. Also, um, we add a little here. We add a little security check to ensure that this method can be only be invoked by logged in users. So if no user is present, we throw out an error. Again, a very Meteor specific error. Throw no new Meteor.error. Meteor errors are unique in a sense that they have like a title, okay, and they have a description. So again, the convention that I found to be working best is to like have a very short towards maximum title, not authorized, not allowed. Okay, it doesn't have to be not, but I just like it. And then followed up by a message. Okay, in my case, I just wrote you must be logged in to insert a message. You can write anything. Lastly, okay, so if we have a proper message string, a user is logged in, we basically insert it. We insert the text message, and we set the created at date to whatever is currently present, and we also associate the user ID to the current user ID. Keep in mind that meteor.user async, it fetches us the whole current user document. So you can like have lots of stuff on it, but for now I'm only going to be using the name. So that's for our method. Again, something very important. Um, just because we created these files doesn't mean Meteor would know where they are. We need to actually import them. So we're going to go to our server, okay, and we're going to import these files. So import, we go up, okay, we go to imports, we go to API, we import the messages, all right, and we also import the methods. I hope that part is very clear and it's very important. Just like you would in any normal um, file, you would import in any like normal Meteor application. You would import the files that you need. Um, okay, that's for the methods. Now, again, there is another important part which I forgot to mention regarding to imports. Also, on the client side, we need to import the accounts config we did. So imports startup accounts config. So now the client side knows of our little configuration, and the server knows about our little okay module. And that's really it. We've now defined the method to insert messages, and we have set up the necessary imports. This method allows us to add new messages to our collection and ensuring only logged in users can do so. So in the next video, we will create a basic UI and learn how to call these methods from the client side.